Yesterday we started about React.js. What are the different ways to create a React project, all these things. And today we will see how to install React.js project or how to create React.js project from NPM. So yesterday class we discussed something. So how to create a React app. So yesterday we did something. The one thing is CDN links. From CDN links, how to create React app. Second is online editors. Online editors we done so far. And today we are going to be working with the npm installation. Create app. So for this npm installation and create app, we need to install Node.js first. So I'm just writing the steps first. And after that, you have to create the project with me. First of all, what we need to do is the first step is install Node.js. Install Node.js from nodejs.org. Nodejs.org. After that, check node version. Check node version from command line. From command line. Open command prompt. Open command prompt or terminal. So for Mac users, terminal. For Windows users, command prompt. Open command prompt or terminal and give node and -v for node version. For node version, check. Open command prompt or terminal node -v for node version, check. Then npm -v for npm version, check. After this, the third point, very important point, create a folder. Create a folder for your apps. And after that, so let me create a folder for our React projects. So on top of desktop, I am creating new folder, React apps. I'm creating a folder React apps on top of desktop. This is a folder I'm creating, a new folder I'm creating on top of desktop. And fourth step, from command line, navigate your folder path. Navigate your folder path. This is very important part. So from command line, I'm trying to checking what is the node version, what is the npm version first. Opening the command prompt. In Mac, I'm using Mac. In Mac, you will be having terminal. In terminal, what I'm doing first, node -v. Checking the node version, npm -v for npm version. And after that, I'm moving to the desktop. cd space desktop. cd space desktop. I'm in desktop now. Then cd space React apps. I'm in the folder React apps. Now I'm in the folder React apps. The first step is cd desktop, then cd React apps. After that, I need to give a command. So the command is very simple. npx create React app, create React app. Then app name. App name is something like demo. So whenever you are going to be creating app name, don't use capital letters. React project name should not be in capital letters. Remember one point. React project name should not be in capital letters and should not be containing any special characters without underscore. And project name did not have spaces. Project name need to be in small letters. And demo, that's it. Demo. I am going to be creating a project with command line npx create React app space demo. And make sure that you will be having good internet connection for doing this. Make sure you will be having good internet connection to doing this. So I'm trying to doing this project creation. Click on enter. I'm trying to downloading the project from the internet and completely node modules, completely packages, libraries, whatever required, things will be downloading for you. Things will be downloading for you inside the project. So let us wait for some time. Let us wait for some time to download the complete things. So what is happening? Creating a new React app in users Apple desktop, React apps folder and demo project. Installing packages. This might take a couple of minutes. This might take a couple of minutes based on your internet connection speed. If your internet is good, it will download very fast. If your internet is slow, it will take some time. So this you don't do with the mobile data. If you do with the mobile data, your mobile data is over. So then better you go with the Wi-Fi. If you want, you try with the mobile data. Please do it. So once we installed the project, once we downloaded the project, we will be having the last statement, happy hacking. The last statement is what? Happy hacking. So npm run eject, npm test, npm run build, npm start. There are multiple commands React is recommending to us. So what we need to do now, I just want to move into the project name. So cd space demo. What is our project name? Demo. I just want to enter into the project. cd space demo. And now we are in the demo. Now we are in the demo. So this is the demo here, where you can see the demo. You can see the demo here, and cd space demo is the important command. Don't forget about it. We need to enter into the particular project. And after that, what I need to do is there is a one more command called npm start. npm start. It is going to be starting the node server. This command is going to be starting the node server npm start. When I do npm start, the project is going to be running its server, and you can able to see execution and you can able to see the output on top of the browser in your local browser. Whatever the browser you have, default browser you have, the project got created, the project is going to be rendering, and the chakra is moving, React chakra, whatever it may be. So this is what actually the project is. This is the basic output of the first React app. So till this you have to do. This is the first success for the React developers. What is that? Creating project. Once we done the project, what we need to do is just make it down and go to the folder. Open the folder into Visual Studio Code. How to open the folder into the Visual Studio Code? Open folder. So I'm trying to opening my folder. What is the folder I created? Desktop, React apps, and demo project. I created a demo project. Try to open the demo project into say. This will be need to be saved first. Okay. What is the date today? 10. Yeah. So inside this, I want to create this will be in the notes. And project got opened now. Project got opened now. And this project, which is going to be having so many folders. The first folder, which is going to be a demo folder. Demo folder is a project folder, right? So inside the demo, there is a one more folder called node modules. There are a lot of packages. There are a lot of node modules, a lot of packages which are going to be available. Don't delete everything. Don't delete anything. And go to the one more folder called public folder. One more folder called public folder. And one more folder called src folder. And one more file is package lock.json. And there are some project default settings, default properties which are going to be available. Log.json you don't delete, and JSON also you don't delete. This JSON is going to be giving the different kind of attributes like name, version, private, some like dependencies. Later we will make changes in the packages.json whenever you are trying to working with the different kind of libraries, attachments. And that is the why reason I don't want to change this one. And the browser list, this is for production greater than 0.2% and not dead, not op mini all. So that's it. So you don't change anything here. And come to the public folder first. Public folder and SRC folder. Open these two folders first. Open. So you have to edit, you have to make changes in only two folders. The one folder is public folder, one folder is SRC folder. Majorly we are doing with SRC folder. Public folder also we are not doing any changes. In public folder, one important file we have, that is index.html. In index.html, what we are going to be having in index.html, there is some HTML content inside this. You will be having something like div id root. Div id root. So root is the basically some id. This is the value. This is the attribute inside the division. This division is actually rendering in the browser. Why? Because every browser can understand only HTML. Every browser. Suppose you go for Chrome, you go for Firefox, you go for Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera. Any browser can understand only HTML. Even React project also browser related application. We are doing web development. We are doing client page, client side programming. So it means React renders in browser first. We need to understand that. So browser can able to understand only HTML. That HTML will be what? Index.html. But index.html communicates with index.js. Index.html communicates with index.js. Let me go with the index.js. Where is the index.js which is going to be available? So somewhere script is going to be available to load that. So that is the default one. And come to the public folder only index.html. Then come to the SRC. Inside the SRC, there is one file called index.js. 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 You will be having import React from React, import React to DOM from React to DOM. Two things. And one more is import CSS file. Import CSS file, index.css. Why? Because of if you want to change, if you want to do some style changes, if you want to give some decorations, if you want to give some cosmetic value changes, all these things from the point of index.css. And these two are libraries. And here this is the app importer. So let me try to do one by one. The first one is import React from React, import React DOM from React DOM. I'm not writing all these things. Whenever we are downloading the project, automatically all these things are getting created. And one more is index.css got imported. This is the import process. Import is the keyword. There is the two concepts. One is the import, one is the export. I will tell you in the point of year 6. What is import, what is export. Import is one concept, export is one concept. Import is nothing but importing library, exporting nothing but exporting this file into the another file. There are two files. I just want to make communication with the two files. I want to import some content from this file to this file. Import is required. Import is required here, and I want to make exchange the data from this file to this file. Export is required. Export here, import here. Here I want to do something export is here, import is somewhere. Importing, exporting is very, very important in the React. Why? Because of React working with multiple pages. There are multiple pages, multiple JS files we are going to be creating, multiple components we are going to be creating. For each and every component, whenever you want to exchange the data, then export, import is important. Later I will tell that. Just understand, import is the keyword which is going to be importing the library called React. Import is the keyword which is importing a library called React DOM, and import is the keyword which is going to be downloading or importing something like CSS file. That file is separate. Index.css available over there. Somewhere index.css is there. Somewhere app.js is there. So these two files are actually importing into the index.js. These two files are basically importing into the index.js. Just try to understand. And after that, inside this React DOM.render, which is the entry point of the React project, JS file entry point, React DOM.render, React DOM. So we are not working with the normal DOM, we are working with the React DOM. Why? Because of React has virtual DOM. What React can do, React is creating some virtual DOM on top of the original DOM. That is the reason React popular. Every time we are not hitting on the browser, every time we are not hitting on the real DOM, we are hitting on the virtual DOM. Virtual DOM works like assistant for the person. Virtual DOM works like assistant for a person. So for each and every work, person is not going to be reacting. For each and every work, some assistants are going to be reacting. Some assistant is going to be reacting. Some person not having that much burden. Real DOM not having that much burden. Virtual DOM basically reacting for the chats and all. For example, in your Facebook application, you will be having a messenger or chat. Whenever you are doing chat, the complete application is not responding. The complete DOM is not responding. Only virtual DOM is responding based on your likes. Suppose you are liking something, you are sharing something, you are chatting something in the Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever it may be. So real DOM is not affecting on your work. Real DOM is not affecting, real DOM is not responding for your work. Virtual DOM is going to be responding. Why? Because of whenever you are creating the original DOM, automatically it will create a virtual DOM also on top. Virtual DOM actually reacts for each and every functional part. React original DOM is not affecting. That is the reason this is not going to be hitting the server every time, and it is not going to be having a lot of burden for the customers. So React DOM.render. What is rendering for this? App is going to be rendering. So this strict mode also not required. You can relate it. Strict mode also not required. You can relate it. Okay. So what is rendering over there, guys? App is going to be rendering in the React DOM.render. But where this app is going to be rendering? So I'm telling to you 2 points. One is what I need to render, where I need to render. This is what I need to render. This is the what I need to render. This is the where I need to render. What I need to render and where I need to render. What I need to render app on top of the root. I need to place app on top of the root. So that's it. But what is app basically? I don't know what is app contains. So this is the component initialization procedure. In React, whenever you have some component creation, that component is going to be initialized with a syntax. This is the syntax. And whenever you are going to be creating a component, you need to be have some points I will write. Whenever you are going to be creating a component, you need to go with the let me see, where is the notes? I don't know. Okay, let me write somewhere. When we are creating the component, when we are creating some points, I will write basic points in React. When we are creating React project, when we are creating a React project, project name in small letters. Very important points. Very important points we need to remember. Project name in small letters. Project name should not have any special character. Should not have any special characters. Okay. And project name should not have spaces. Should not have spaces. Project name should not have spaces. Project name in small letters. Project name should not have any special characters. Project name should not have spaces. All these things you need to remember. Without underscore. Underscore is having some special category, guys. Underscore always available. Underscore having actually special category. That is the reason underscore is allowed. But any other special characters which is not going to be allowed. and project name should not have spaces. That is the first fundamental point about the project name. Then whenever you want to create a component in the React.js, component name should start with the capital letters, capital letters. Suppose I want to create a component. Like header.js. I want to create a component called footer.js. Try to remember this. I want to create a component like Srinivas. Okay, Srinivas.js. Yes, capital letter. Don't forget about it. Whenever you are going to be preparing a component in React.js, that should be in the capital letter. And whenever you are trying to using the component, you are exporting the component somewhere. Suppose header, footer, Srinivas, I'm exporting into the app.js. So whenever I'm exporting over there, so just I'm writing here and we need to make it export first. Export. And here we are creating a component and we need to do the export. Export is very important. Export. And whenever you are creating the header.js, we are trying to export this. After export all these things, I have the app.js. I have the app.js. App.js is the root component. App.js is the root component. In app.js, I want to access. I need to import. First of all, I need to import the header.js. I need to import footer.js. I need to import Srinivas.js. See, try to understand this. There we need to export, here we need to import. There we need to export, here we need to import. So export header.js. Export header.js and footer.js also export. And Srinivas.js also export. First of all, export is required. When we do the export, then we need to do the import. So when we are doing the import, automatically we can use header, we can use footer, we can use Srinivas in the app.js. How to use header? This is the way. So how to use the header? This is something like a self-closed tag. Yes, this is something like a self-closed tag. We need to use header slash. I just want to use the footer, then I need to use the footer slash. Try to understand the syntax of the React. So once you understand the syntax of the React, very simple, all the things. First time everybody will confuse, but when you do the practice, automatically React structure, React syntax is very easy to you. Just to follow me, whatever I'm telling to you. I'm just giving you React concepts very easiest way, simple. Okay, so this is basic points we need to remember first, and come to the project now. Now app is importing whatever the app we are importing. That app I just want to use here. So let me do some modifications, guys. Come to the app.js. App.js is very big. App.js, in app.js, import app.css. App.css everywhere. This is app.css, right? App.css, which is going to be accessing into the app.js. Okay, so in app.js, I have some logo, some running circle is there, running React circle is there, that is basically logo. So I don't want that logo. Please delete the logo. I don't want that logo. Just delete the logo. Import logo. I am deleting that. At the same time, inside the div, I don't want any header content. Something like hyperlink is there. Can we see some hyperlink is there here? Okay, this is getting compile error. Failure to compile. What is the problem with the failure to compile? Basically, I'm deleting this one. When I'm deleting that one, here automatically fail. Okay, now we have the logo. So I don't want this logo. I don't want this edit SRC, all these things. I don't want learn React, all these things. I just want to delete all the things. Okay, let it be. So can I remove this? logo. I'm removing the logo and I'm removing the complete header part. I don't want complete header part. Just div. Just the root level division. What is the root level division? Returning function app. This is the functional component. In app.js, we will be having the functional components. Components are basically two types. One is the functional component, one is the class. React is collection of components, right? React is collection of components, collection of bricks. React is component brick, collection of component bricks. But that component you can create or generate in the two different ways. One is the functional component, one is the class component. Basically, class component having some state management system, state life cycle, but functional component do not have any states and the state life cycles something. So later we will discuss about the functional components and class components, all the things. And here I got a return point. So what this app is going to be returning? App is a simple function. Function app, curly braces open, curly braces close. This is the function block. Inside the function block, return parameter. What is the return parameter? Returning a simple division. Returning a simple division. We know functions in JavaScript, right? We know functions in JavaScript. Return integer, return string, something like. But here, return HTML content. Here, returning is what? HTML content. That HTML content is a division here. So division, some class name, whatever the class name we have, app. Basically, in HTML, if you want to define a class attribute, just class. Class is equal to something like a free inverse. Class is equal to 1, class is equal to 2, we are giving. But in the React, if you want to give the class name, why? Because of this is JSX. This is not normal HTML. If it is normal HTML, how to do the class? H1 space class is equal to 1. H1 space class is equal to something like a head under. But here in the JSX, if you want to define the attribute called class, it should be class name. Camel case. Class name camel case. Okay, so let it be. So inside the div, what I want to do? Hello React. I'm happy. I'm happy. So I'm just writing something. Hello React, I'm happy. So I deleted the logo now. Then here the logos are required. Can I delete the logo here? So I'm deleting the logo, just delete it. I don't want logo, guys. Move to trash. And anywhere logo is there now. In public, some logos are there. In public, some logos are there. So that logos also I'm deleting. Can I delete this logo and that logo? So wherever logos are there, I just want to delete that. So favorite icon, I don't want favorite icon. Delete it. And I don't want this logo also. Bigger logo. I want to delete this. Slowly you do all these things. Whatever the things not required for us, I'm just deleting all these things. And finally, you'll be having the hello React, I'm happy. I'm not saving the project. I'm not saving the project. Dynamic rendering. Whenever you are doing some modifications, automatically the localhost 3000 is working. That is a node server. Node server is running in the back. And from node server, localhost 3000, it is working. Hello React, I'm happy. Something. But by default, it is basically text-align center. By default, it is basically text-align center. What I want to do for that, I just want to do something. Let me go to the app.js, and here I want to put H1. Can I put H1, guys? So hello React, welcome to the world. Okay, so I'm writing something now. I'm not saving here, and automatically this is going to be changing. Hello React, welcome to the world. So what I want to do now, just go to the app.css. In app.css, logo related CSS, I don't want, delete it. And the media, something like running, right? So that I'm deleting. And app.header, I don't want this. And app.link, I don't want this. Keyframes, rotating 360 degrees. I don't want this. Only app related CSS. Text align center, and font style. This is basically normal CSS. And color should be something like blue. Okay, I need a blue color, and background color I want to go with something like, yeah. So I just want to change the app.css and you make it a refresh. And hello React, welcome to the world. And I given some background color. I given some background color. I given some color. I given some font style italic and text align center, whatever it may be. So I got my H1. I got my H1. Okay, if I want to change, go to the app.js. You can take a number of components here. A number of components here. What is going to be happen, guys? So I'm taking number of H1s. Huh? How many H1s I'm doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 H1s I'm doing. So automatically you'll be having 6 H1s over there. But margin bottom, I want to give some margin bottom for this app.css. Margin bottom something like 5 pixel I'm giving. 5 pixel or 10 pixel, whatever you want, you can. And the border, if you want to give some border, you can specify. Border 4 pixel solid. So first of all, we need to understand the CSS HTML. Without CSS HTML, JavaScript knowledge, don't come to the React. Without HTML, CSS, JavaScript knowledge, don't come to the React.js. That is very, very important. So finally, what is the output, guys? Fail. Where is the fail? Okay. So border for what app? But border for H1 gada. So H1 I want to give H1. For H1, what I want to do? These things. H1 I'm giving these things. Yes, it will do now. You got it. You got it. So you will be having a multiple components added. How many components we got added? 6 components. Huh? How many components we got added? 6 components. Now I'm going with app.js. No, I'm going with index.js. I'm trying to taking one more app. I'm trying to taking one more app. If I want to take one more app, it will give the error. So first of all, React DOM.render only take 2 parameters. React DOM.render only take 2 parameters. First parameter, second parameter. First parameter should be a component. Second parameter should be something like document.getElementById by ID root. So first parameter should be a component. Kada? So then I'm taking a division here and put 2 apps inside the division. Then automatically it will work. Common sense. That's it. We need to apply some common sense. What is the common sense? React DOM.render will take only 2 parameters. First parameter is one HTML component. Second parameter is something like a document.getElementById root. What I need to render, where I need to render. 2 points. React DOM.render follows only 2 points. What I need to render, where I need to render. What I'm rendering division. I'm rendering on top of the root. That's it, guys. So finally, you will be having 2 sections. Finally, you will be having 2 sections. The first section is app and app. So later we will do a lot of things.